In this millennium, people are coming up with all these other genders, and that's pretty scary if you're scared of the wrong things. It's understandable to react to this with a kind of ridicule because you prefer your world more oppressive, but once you've got past that, these people are still non-binary, and you might just have the time to learn to understand. The non-binary wiki indexes some alternative genders, and you can laugh at the males and females duping themselves into these needless identities. You can do that, or you can realize it's a useful means of escaping a limiting binary system. Because the social roles of male and female and all the expectations we lace them with are more silly, and they're in place to limit us, to control how we act and how we think of others and ourselves. Every move away from this is a very admirable act of resistance. It is punk as fuck. The less moderated gender wiki has a far more extensive list with some very silly entries. Look, here's color gender, where it's like a mood ring. Here's freegus gender, where someone's experience of gender is just kind of feeling cold. Same. If you were a cruel YouTuber who needed content but lacked wit, you could easily wring some bad-natured comedy for bad people out of it. It's already laid out for them as if it were intentionally humorous material. Here's turbogender, a gender whose only property is that it defies understanding. Cool. Tetris gender, where a gender is made up of differently coloured falling parts, but whenever they form a line it disappears. There's Wario gender. I think Wario gender crosses over with Tetris gender and Super Smash gender. These are funny, and maybe you can take them as a parody of non-binary identities. That way, when you laugh at it, you're ridiculing an oppressed group, and some of us prefer that kind of comedy, bad people. But the same material works better as a parody of the binary, because then it's a joke and a revolution rather than a regression. If we laugh at oppressive constructs, we become more free from them. Some of this stuff is written specifically to mock non-binary identities, and you can usually recognize the material with cruel intentions. It tends to be incompetent and unoriginal, like they're still stuck on that attack helicopter thing and there's no warmth to it. Like my gender. But a lot of it is quite fun. You end up realizing that queer people could be capable of subversive, self-deprecating wit, because they've had pretty dark, restricted lives, but still maintain a steadfast spirit of defiance. They could be respectable, intelligent individuals. I don't need to dig through more of these articles, it's not my work. It's free for you to browse though, go and have a look for yourself and see if there's one or more genders that fits you, and if not, you can make your own and that's great. Within a cisgender binary culture, that's where we are. Every piece of trans or non-binary gender identity is intrinsically subversive, and you might help someone else realize that they feel just like you. If you unfold the logic presented on these wikis, any individual could claim to have a unique gender. So, everyone in the world. 7.7 billion genders. Jeez, guys. It makes the whole concept of gender look kinda silly. Because that's what they're doing! It specifically makes binary gender look really silly. Our preconceived notion that everyone on Earth can be sorted into one of two categories with inherent properties, and that those who fail to project their assigned binary ways are incompetent, devious, or delusional. This stuff makes that look silly. 'Cause it is. And it's simultaneously helping people understand themselves. It's anarchy in the most amazing way. It's reshaping an oppressive structure into a kind of freedom by distorting every boundary. Look at this one, apogender, which means they can't identify by any gender. That's specifically a gender that means that. It's inherently paradoxical. How can that be a... Wait, thanks so much, this helped me a lot. Oh, it's helpful. Okay then. Nobody fully understands gender, Brad. It's kinda impossible to, because it's not got a set meaning. It's down to the perception of every individual, and only they can know themselves in the absolute. They can't decide the way someone else feels. And in that way, to the extent that gender is a thing, everyone's can be unique. That whole idea that there's only two genders is just the nonsense way that culture sorts and divides us, and it's unfair to everyone. People are filed as male and female without getting a say in that, and they are restricted by the boundaries of what we understand as male and female. Everyone who defines with non-binary stuff is being true to themselves, performing an admirable subversion against the ridiculous oppressive structure of the binary and choosing to live more freely. You gotta respect that.